Hi, chat. Hello. Oh, my bitrate. My bitrate is so bad. You know, when it goes red, I don't know how bad it is, but it's like, I know it's bad. You know? Oh, wait, shit. I don't have any toggles on. Quick. Oh, there we go. Okay. Now I'm sensible. Oh god, let's see. We always work. Wait. The Discord is blocking you. I was working on dynamics, but why don't we work on our dynamic? We're always working on our dynamic. That was a scary sound that I made. I like inhaled in my like throat, like went like. Okay. Sorry about that. Sorry, I got like scary in the middle there. I like inverse inhaled. I am supposed to like have done something on transformation matrices, and I didn't do that. So we're just gonna like kind of. Wait, what? Wait. Whoa. Oh, wait, never mind. I thought I didn't have any homework. I was like, why is there no homework due? Chat. That was scary. It's okay. I'm here. Don't be scared. It's the real Damie. It's not anybody scary for sure. Guys, I don't know. I feel like all my matrices suck. I feel like my matrices are kind of like bad. I don't know why. Like I feel like I'm doing the wrong thing. And I have a midterm. But okay, the thing is like I'm setting everything up right logically. It's not the logic that's wrong, it's like my geometry. And I told her, I said like, I think the hardest part of this is my geometry, and she's like I feel like she wanted to just say like skill issue. Like not really. Like she wouldn't have been that mean. She's not mean. She's actually really nice. But she was like, yeah, you know, it kind of matters if you're like doing it for a job. And I was like, yeah, I know it matters. I'm just at least if I'm on a job I can measure it with my measuring, you know? I don't have to like go like, oh, what's the sign of sometimes I want to say that to students. Sometimes I do in like a funny way. Oh god, for yes. Uh-oh. Okay, wait, I have to put my support window. Oh shit, wait, no, chat. Okay, I'm on a message line with Google support. Uh-oh. Thanks for the consent. Guys, you get the real experience of having a Pixel 5a die and then having to. I can't even call them because like I don't have a phone. You know what I mean? Like I just think it's kind of funny. The only issue is like sometimes skill issue is literally the only answer. That's accurate. But I think it's kind of like, for me, I think people like to hear that because, well, first off, like I feel like saying skill issue just, you know, endears you to them because they're like, oh, I say that, you know, and like you're like, yeah, I say that too. But then you like say it about yourself, you know, and so then it's not like you're saying like, oh, you suck and I'm great. Like you're just like, you know, sometimes it is just a skill issue. Like if you're adding two numbers together wrong, it's a skill issue, but the skill issue isn't a skill that we care about. So, you know, it's not really something that I care about. I mean, okay, that's not true, but also it is true. It's like if someone's only issue is that they added two numbers together wrong, dude, I would love that for them. Okay, this is supposed to be positive. Why is it positive? Let's look. The J is right, but the I is wrong. The I think is coming from here. Yeah. Positive. Wait, but I thought positive. I think the preppy sorority girls do not have terminally online gamer talk. Okay, no, it doesn't work for everybody. You're right. It definitely does not work for everybody. Wait, are both of these wrong? Yeah, 5 times 0.81. Guys, am I cross-producting wrong? Wait, what the? Was it 0.9? Oh, plus 5 times. My movement is dynamic. J easy. 1.4, was that what it was? 0.4. Uh-oh. See, this is the issue. I get something like this where it's like... No, chat, no, it's going downhill, it's going downhill. Okay, what if I subtract it, though? If it's minus 0.5, then it does become 0.4. Okay, so I have my signs wrong on my cross products. Let me see. Is this one negative? I thought it was positive, negative, positive, negative, positive, negative. So it'd be negative times that, which would be negative. No? I'm putting the cross product in a generator. We're not doing this. This is a skill issue. This is a skill issue. This is what I'm talking about. Like, it's like, I'm not, like, mad about it for me. But it's like, this is a skill issue. I don't know what to say. Matrix, what is it, 3x1? What is my 3x1? 0, 5, 0, 0. Maybe it's not negative 5. Maybe I also goofed that up. That's also possible. Okay, let's check the geom. I deleted it! Sorry. I'm normal. 0. Oh my god, please, please. This is why I don't like using symbol up. If I accidentally click a little bit to the side, then it just deletes my entire matrix. What is this? Wheat fishing is very... Why is it saying very clear is not allowed? Web fishing is a very cute fishing game with queer friendly cosmetics if you're interested in getting it. That sounds so cute. I mean, more specifically, is like when students are like, but how do I figure out what to do? Okay, that is not a... That I wouldn't say skill issue to do. So, okay, sometimes that is a skill issue moment. But it's also, like, that one is, it kind of depends. Oh, I mixed it. Whoops, I didn't log in. I have not had any time for games. I haven't had any time to just, like, sit down on my ass. I've been, like, just running around, like, my whole life. Lately. Normally it's not this bad. I'm way too busy, guys. What math is this? Oh, hi! Oh my gosh. This is fake math. This is cross products is the most math. What the? It doesn't let me do a cross product? This is, it doesn't even let me do it. I can't even cheat right. God damn it. I just want to do a cross product. I guess I could just do the determinant and... No! I've been asked, how do I not make mistakes? Okay, but also, like, how do I not make mistakes? I don't know, check your work. You make life is mistakes. And let's say, where's my n? N is -5. If n's not -5, we're cooked. Wait, it's positive. Oh my god. It's positive. It's positive y. It's positive y, and that's why it's positive. And then it's positive over there, and then it fixes the issue. It's it's literally just geometry. Oh my god. Oh my god. Chat. Please. Okay, there we go. +5. And then this is right, I think. I'm sorry for fake mathing it up, though. Don't you have, like... Wait, are you not, like... still performing right now? This is 0.4. Uh-oh. Oh, no. I'm gonna get blown up if I put it on the same line. There we go. What is this? Radians per second. I hate geometry. It's okay. I like... I have a love-hate relationship. We're kind of in, like, a situationship. I'm, like, not bad at it, but I'm also not great at it. Oh, that's VA. It's like, you know... fake math. Sad. I know, okay? Okay, I know it's fake. Well, I mean, it's not fake. I'm doing a better version of it. Why is this guy taking so long to type? Is he, like, writing the Bible in this comment section? Oh, it's lunch break. We spent 30 minutes trying to find Dairy Queen. Wait, that's so good, though. I hope you find it. Wait, now I have to do the hard one. Wait, no, wait. Maybe it's not as hard. Acceleration of A equals acceleration at O at B. Oh my god. B plus omega dot cross RA with respect to B plus plus omega cross R A with respect to B? Maybe? I think? Guys, it's been so long since I've done this, I need to do this more. Wait, you're eating lunch at 3:30? That's crazy. Sorry, this just sunk in. Omega cross R dot A X Y Z, which is 0. This whole thing is 0, and then plus R double dot, which... Wait a second, is it moving in a circle? No, it's moving in a circle! Oh, chat, no, wait a second. No, it's not. No, never mind, it's not moving in a circle. Okay, I mean, it is moving in a circle, but like, our frame is not moving. Now, do I have to worry about that for acceleration? I think yes. I think I do. I think I do. Technically won't get to go until 4? Damn. See, this is why I'm gonna get, if I get this answer wrong, we know that this is the issue. Percussion second went out way early to go look around for something to do. Wait, where are you performing? Is it like somewhere? Well, don't say it. Don't say what the actual place is. We fill out a form that would give us sandwiches, but we don't get them till 4. This is fucked up and evil. I don't remember this equation. I'm gonna look it up. Okay, this is not something. This is a skill issue. I'm just saying it too much, guys. I have too many skill issues. You finished performing and you don't get to leave till 5? What? Why? That sounds strange. Okay. Yeah, omega cross R, and then that, and that. Okay, so I did it right, but now I just have to figure out if there's an acceleration or not. Which is a big sigh, because I think there is. It is fucked up and evil, isn't it? It is. I don't know what else to say. I think there should be an acceleration here. Okay, what if I do it without the acceleration? And then if our answer is wrong, then we're gonna pray that it... I'll try doing the acceleration, and then if the acceleration's right, then we're winning. Oh no, wait, but RB... Wait. Oh wait, no, it's constant. Oh, we're chilling. Did I do... Okay, I did. Oh, okay. There's a lot of assumptions I'm making here. Omega, which is N. It's N cross RBO. So, okay, for acceleration of B, we're looking at this point, and it's being rotated by N. N is not changing magnitude. It's constant, so the only acceleration of B is from the fact that it's moving in a circle. It's changing direction. So that's what the omega cross RB respect to O is. Then we have our omega dot, which we have to deal with later, because I'm not dealing with that right now. It's not really that hard. Did I already do it? Oh no, I didn't. It's fine. And then we have omega cross with RAB, that's fine. That's 0. Now the R double dot, I'm just gonna say, is 0 for now. It's either 0 or V squared over, wait, no. Or omega cross P. But I think the thing is that when we have this, like the way that we do now, we have our omega is N plus P. So if it was just N, then we would need the N, like an omega cross omega, sorry, N cross R, AB, or AO or whatever, And then we'd have to add the P cross. I'm actually paying attention, and I'm having a Ratatouille moment. Wait, what am I ratatouilleing wrong? Oh god. Oh no, this is scary. Now I have to, like, shape up. Oh my god, I had to do a problem on the board. Oh no, I had to do a problem on the board for thermo. It was like a submarine. And I, like, drew this submarine, and I was like, damn guys, I drew, like, a fucked up submarine. Like, don't get mad at me. And then I, like, was like, oh, this is 1,000 feet. And I was like, oh, P gauge equals rho GH, and then I, like, did it, and I was like, oh, the unit conversions, and I was so nervous, but I'm like, I do this, like, every day on stream. I feel like I shouldn't be nervous, but I don't know, when it's, like, my thermo professor just standing right there, and he's not very good at thermo, then I'm like, this guy's scary. I feel like I'm doing it right. I think Garv is appeased. This Google guy is making me wait a long time. I think he might be having some trouble with my issue. My phone exploding issue. See, this is why I needed to wait to, like, talk to somebody about it, because I was like, this is gonna take, like, 3 hours to resolve, because they're just not gonna understand what I'm talking about. Anyway, so this is N, which is 0, 5, 0. I'm gonna go into this midterm, and I'm gonna write all of my geometry wrong, and she's gonna be like, well, I mean, you didn't do it wrong, but you also got your geometry wrong, so I can't give you any points, and I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry, chat. I think it's 0.9. I don't remember numbers. It was 0.9. Okay. Oh, we need to deal with Omega Dot. Okay. I will take a short break to do Omega Dot. Ratatouille moment, as in I'm having flashbacks of sitting in dynamics. Oh. This is actually cool dynamics. I think this is... It's a lot easier than other dynamics. Now, we haven't done anything in actual... This is the easy part of dynamics. It's just relative motion. We haven't done anything where it's like, okay, well now you have a giant wheel spinning around in 3D and it's got inertia, and, like, you have to do all of the 3D inertia stuff, which, god, that's my least favorite part of it. Okay, N dot plus P dot. Yeah? Is there anything that's changing N's direction? Nope. Is it changing magnitude? Nope. So this is 0. There's nothing that's changing P's magnitude. It's constant. But it is changing direction because of N. So we are going to do N cross P. So that's something. I don't know what it is, but it's a thing that exists. Don't really want to have to do this out, but I will. See, when I put this in MATLAB, I can just write cross N E, and then it's done, and I don't have to deal with it anymore. I don't know if I'm singing MATLAB specifically, like, it's not that great. I could do it in Python, I could do it in whatever. I'm not trying to be like a shill. There are better programs, probably, to use. Or less annoying. Wait, okay, this is J cross K, which is I. 25 times 25 times 25 is 125. I. Oh my god, mental math. No way. Do I have to worry about inch conversions? No, I think I did all that stuff. It's not even in inches. Oh, chat, go. Alright, Omega dot, which is this duder. If it's not big, wait a second, I gotta see if it's big. It looks kind of big. That looks like big. I was a little worried if it was gonna be small. And then R is negative 0, and I don't know what MATLAB. I know MATLAB's cringe. Oh, the Google guy. The Hangout sound, the Google Hangout sound. Anybody else was a Hangouts kid? It, like, kind of haunts my memory. I hope he says, like, we can figure it out right now. Please send us your phone in this box, and then we'll take it away forever, which is what they did before. I have to do another Omega cross R, A, B, uh-oh. Wait a second. B with respect to O. Uh-oh. Oh no, I did that there. Wait, I have to cross it with that. Okay, sorry. What is it? It's 5, 20, 0. I'm bad at numbers. I wonder if there's like a correlation between how much I have to look at numbers and then how wrong I get the answer. How many times I have to scroll? Stream delay is so bad, I'm responding to things you said like 5 minutes ago. I think it's probably on my end. It's okay. Sorry about that. I still can't believe you gave me your prime. It's so funny. But like also thank you. I'm like indebted to you now. Indentured servitude. Okay, I can't just cross the middle of the cross product. That's like a cringe thing to do. I'm gonna do it anyway. I feel like that's such an engineer thing versus a math thing, but maybe it is a math thing. I don't have brain power to cross product. Minus 5 times 0.5, that's 2.5, okay. We need to repair the phone first, yes, okay. Sorry, he's telling me, yeah. Yep. Multitasking at its finest, chat. I don't know, this stream is already kind of like a strange combination of things to do at the same time. It's buffering every 30 seconds? Not the indentured servitude. Oh my god. I'm sorry, that's definitely on my end. Thanks Damie Army for not clicking off instantly. Oh my god, my bitrate, stop. Wait, it's in kilobits. It's in kilobits, it's not even megabits. Oh, chat. Oh, we're cooked. We're cooked. Where's my music playing? Uh-huh. Okay, well, I'm not gonna question it. This is so... See, I like this, but... Wait, I'm not even gonna mention it. I'm not even gonna mention it. Damie viewers know. There are two things that happen that could be scuffed on a stream, and I would much rather this one be the thing that happens that's scuffed on stream. 12.500, okay, and then... Wait, I could just do this one. Oh, wait, no, what the... Oh. Wait, I could though, oh. What is that, 5? That's an interesting little... Dude, I never see that. I feel like this is gonna be wrong. Well, I mean, I guess we can check. Wait, is it 12.5 in the middle? It's not gonna be 12.5 in the middle. So there's no J at all. Fuck. Okay, we did something wrong. I did something wrong. Oh no, chat. Oh no. Oh no, trying to figure out what's going to be wrong is going to be so fun. Is my K right? If my K is right, maybe we're on the right track. Wait, my K is right. Wait, so this means that it is v squared over r. Because it's only in the x direction. Wait, no. Wait, what? Wait, what? Wait. My v squared over rho is only gonna be in the x direction. Sorry. See my Google guy. Oh wait. Okay. Okay. We're locked in. The K is right, which I don't like. I don't like it. I'm not a fan of that. It means that there's a J component I'm missing, but the J is here. But it's not gonna be going this way. It's not going that way. It's going this way. Okay, what if maybe I don't? Maybe I do have an R dot. But wait, if I have an R dot, then how did I get this one right? Oh no, oh no. Okay, so this is not 0. Clearly there's something up, going weird. It could also be geometry, but we're gonna pretend that it's not that. Because that's like, skill issue. Oh, what the heck is my, what's... oh god. It's so hard living out of state, because I just don't know, like... Wait. I don't know things off the top of my head about this place. Nope, that's the wrong state. There we go. Oh, god damn it. Okay. So this is gonna be in the J direction, I guess? Maybe? I mean, not maybe, it is. But it's V. Oh, but it's V squared over... Wait, no, wait, it's omega... Oh, wait a second, it's omega cross R. But which omega? Because it's not a particle. Oh, it's not a particle. That's why it's not a particle. But omega P, I guess? P cross R? Yeah, because that's what's spinning it. But maybe it's big omega. I don't know what P cross R A with respect to B is. I didn't do that. Man. 2 cross products for the price of 1. That's kind of not fun. What is P? P is the 25 one, yeah. 25 and R A with respect to B. So I just did it like over here. My scary cross product corner R A with respect to B. Do I have it somewhere? No, why does it look like that? Wait, it shouldn't look like that. Oh, uh-oh. I might have been using the wrong radius, chat. Oh, A with respect to B is not this. Okay, that also makes more sense. See, this is the cringe moment where I just plugged in the wrong things. And that is the most engineering thing I can do in this problem. There we go. That's right, and then... That one I think is right. Yeah, that one's right. Let's see if this is right first. Wait, I can just do... Wait a second, that's 0. Wait, that's 0. Wait, yeah, it's I cross I. What am I doing? That's 0. Wait, so we don't have an issue with a J. Wait, what's happening? I'm like being pranked. Wait, but the other one is not right. Is it? Maybe it is right. Minus 0.5 times 5 minus 25 times 2. Oh god, oh, I put the period. Uh-oh, it doesn't like me subtracting things? Huh? Oh, I guess it doesn't like me, okay. Wait, let me see, this might be right. What if I just got it right, though? Wait, I think I got it right. So it does it, it's right, oh my god, okay. God damn it, my radius. My evil radii. Okay, so that's cool though, because that means that I guess that makes sense, because of the reason I said earlier, like it's P cross N, and if I needed to, if I had it and this wasn't rotating at P here, then I would have to do this R double dot, but we're chilling because I don't have to. Wow, okay. I'm not used to just getting things right. I'm kind of in shock. Just because I got that cross product wrong. Well, I have many more times to get other things wrong, so we can find that together. Let me thank my Google guy. Alright. Let's see. I think the next one is a double whammy. Ooh, I don't like how much text is on this one. Ooh. Oh, chat, it's a slider in a wheel. Wait, sliders are good. Actually, I lied. Sliders are good. So we like sliders better than we like circles. Any circle? Nuh-uh. We don't like circles. We like straight lines here. Because that means we don't have to do any more cross products. Alright, what is this? Mechanism shown below of a vertical arm, OC. Okay. Attached to a rotating disc at the pin C. The entire mechanism below rotates about its vertical shaft. Angular velocity. Oh no, there's an omega dot 1. Oh, okay, I'm normal. Oh, and the omega 2 has a dot. Oh, okay, it's fine. It just means more cross products. Why is dynamics only cross products? You get to here and you just do 4 million cross products and you're like, well, that's just my life now. Everything's a cross product. I mean, I guess it makes sense, but also it's like... Slider A is directly above the pin at C and is moving. Place the rotating axes on the arm OC. No, we have to do the worst way possible. Oh no. Okay, so the pro tip for rotating axes. Put your point here, wherever is your point that's shared between whatever bodies are rotating, and then rotate it at both omegas. Do the plus omega like we did last time, because it means you don't have to do any R dot. You don't have to worry about it, but now we're gonna have to do an R dot. Oh, no. Okay, what are we giving? We're giving a bunch of stuff. I don't really want to write it all down. I don't know, it's just omega 1. Omega dot 1. Omega 2. I think there's an omega 2 dot, maybe. Oh, well, it's nice that we don't have any numbers. Oh, wait, never mind. I just looked at the numbers. Fuck. Wait, do they give us a radius? Whoa. Do they give us a radius? I guess they do enough. We don't really need the radius. This is gonna be a particle acceleration. I'm just gonna say A is particle. But it doesn't matter because we're moving in a straight line, so it's not gonna have an R dot that is normal. It's only gonna have a tangential R dot. Oh, come on. A has a U and a U dot. Man, they got everything up in here. We got all the dots. Find. I don't even need to write this VA, but AA. There we go. Whatever. Scared. I got scared for a second. Okay, VA is the velocity at C, the velocity at the origin, plus VA with respect to C. No, plus omega crossed with RA with respect to C, plus omega dot. Okay, so see, the issue with this is that it's the worst way to do it possible, because C is moving and A is moving. We're just doing all of the cross products. Fine. Okay, so C is rotating. Actually, no, wait, sorry. C is not rotating, actually. I thought it was going around like this, and I was like, this is awful. Why would they have us do this? It's rotating like this, so C's not moving. Slightly less bad. Then we have omega, which is, they just said omega equals omega 1. Cross with R, A with respect to C. Do I want to write this in a cross product? Probably. Just skip the pain of rewriting it. Okay, which way is omega 1 going? Omega 1 is going in the z direction, and it's positive. And then A with respect to C is a positive 0.2 meters in the z direction as well. Wait, oh. Oh. It's 0. Well, that's kind of nice, I guess. That's scary. I don't like that. It's only R dot? Well, I mean, okay, R dot is not particularly easy. Because, so we take away the motion, essentially, of whatever our rotating axis is, quote unquote, take away, by, like, rotating at the same speed as the frame. And then we have to say, okay, what is... So, the magnitude of A is changing, but we don't really care about that. A does have a velocity, but it's also going to have a... I mean, omega crossed with... Omega 2 crossed with R, A with respect to C. Wait a second. This is fixed point rotation. Looks into the camera. Wait, this is fixed point rotation. Why are we doing this with rotating axes? Oh, because A is not rigidly attached. Never mind. Literally the title of my stream. No! Okay, I'm normal. Plus U. I don't know what direction U is in. U is in the X direction. It is fixed. If A was fixed, then it would just be an intersection at C, and then we don't have to deal with it, but maybe she made it nice. Maybe that's why she put it so that the cross product canceled out. Or she didn't, and it was just like that. Okay, negative Y. That is actually negative Y. And then A with respect to C. I do hope that this is the answer. It looks maybe like it. It's gonna be that. Let's see. God, my bitrate is so bad. I've dropped 0 frames, but my bitrate is like awful. Okay, wait, let me see. Alright. As a positive in the middle, so we'll have U minus 0.02 omega 2. Yay, we did it, chat. That's right. Maybe I'm not failing this midterm. Okay, Tuesday is really gonna be where we figure out if I fail or not. I'm not gonna fail, I guess. I'm damie. I can't fail. Actually, that's a lie. I've definitely failed midterms before. It's okay. That's the see, we're all skill issuing together, chat. One big skill issue. I'm actually glad that we're doing the worst version of this problem first, because then I don't really have to worry as much about doing the nicer version of it, and we'll have like all of the radii and stuff already sorted out. So it's kind of I don't know, kind of nice. Okay, plus. This is our omega dot. It's not like omega dot. I always read it wrong. Wait, it kind of looks like a guy. Wait, he's got like some funny like legs. Wait, it's kind of like a furry. Wait a second. The head. And then like, you know, like they have like the little furries that are like these ones, where they have the big legs that kind of are like that. Why did the music stop? Music, please. I can't. Please go back to me. Oh god, where did it go? Here, please. Yes. That's scary. Alright. But yeah, these furries. My Zen music. Alright, omega dot. It does kind of look like a little guy though, that's cute. Crossed with R, A with respect to C, plus omega cross R with A with respect to C, plus 2 times 2 times omega dot crossed with R. Wait. R dot XYZ. I got it still. Oh, like, wait, no, it's omega, it's not omega dot, sorry. Plus R double dot. I don't like R double dot. That's going to be scary. Actually, it won't be too bad. Like, instant change up. Yeah, because it's gonna just be like, it's gonna be you, I think. Wait, that's not even that bad. Why am I complaining? I'm such a hater for no reason. I'm sorry. Alright, AC. What do we got? Well, it's an angular acceleration and... Oh, okay, that's a little annoying. Wait, actually, no, AC is zero. It's not moving. Never mind. Alright, omega dot. Is omega dot anything? Omega dot is just omega 1 dot. Wait. Yeah, omega 1 is, yeah. Not really being affected, actually, by the motion of that. So we have I, J. I don't know if it's positive. I think it's positive. Does it say speeding up? Yeah, increasing at the rate. Okay. And then cross to AC. Plus I, J, K. And wait, oh, it's 0. Wait, it's 0. Oh my gosh, chat, this is a beautiful day. She actually was nice to us. What the? This is a homework problem. She didn't have to be nice to us on a homework problem. I was ready for, like, the gauntlet. Okay, maybe the next one is a gauntlet, though. Wait, this is a wondrous day. Me when a professor actually gives good problems. Like, look how much this focuses on just you knowing the stuff and not working with awful numbers. Okay, to be fair, I'm also the kind of person who's like, well, I think you should work with awful numbers because the real world has awful numbers. So, maybe I'm a hypocrite. This is also 0. I feel like I'm doing something wrong, but I'm gonna draw like a guy like freaking out. So many zeros. I'm gonna draw. I like how I said like a guy and it's me. I'm the guy, chat. Those can be cat ears if you want them to be. Alright, so this one is K crossed with I. K crossed with I is just J. So 2 omega 1. Wait, what am I crossing? What am I doing? Oh, I guess not anything. Wait, that's it? There's no way. Okay, so... What's up with that? Did I forget to... Oh, the R double dot is not just that. I think that's what it is. Let me just see though, because it should be U. Yeah. Okay, we are just missing the other part of R double dot. Alright, that was my bad. I got lost in the zero sauce. It's not just that easy. Okay. Wait, but... Because I thought it's not moving in a circle. Oh no, I lied. This is why I don't like this. So, when we have this, we have the rotating frame, right, that we chose, which is just omega. But then there's another rotating frame inside it, and for the acceleration of A, we have to do a 5-term acceleration equation for A with respect to omega 2. And that's why it gives us so much extra stuff. Man, I got so excited. I was like, this is gonna be so easy. It'd be so easy. Why would anybody ever choose to do the double axes then? You can just do one axis and it's easy. Nope, 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 nope. This is why. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. And we're gonna make a little side note here. r.a_xyz equals AC plus omega dot. Now, I think this will be omega 2. God, it'll be omega 2 dot. Yeah, because I have no omega 2 dots. Oh, this is omega 2. Okay, wait a second. This, I should be more specific. This is omega 1. Omega. And then omega 2 crossed with omega 2 crossed with RA respect to C. Ugh. There we go. And then plus 2 times omega cross RAXYZ. And these are not going to zero out because we had a lot of terms there. Now, if we take away the rotation of this, then this is the U double dot. Sorry, U dot, not U double dot. This the U is, that's a little weird. Yeah, I think. Alright, side quest. This is, I'm gonna just put omega 2 dot. Have I ever done omega 2 cross RAC? Not omega 2 dot. Well, I guess the same thing. So it'll be... Wait, is it increasing or decreasing for omega 2 dot? Increasing. It'll be 0.02 omega 2 dot. And then plus. Oh boy. I don't know if I've done omega 2. Wait. Oh, I have. Huh? Oh, it's not in that direction. It is down 1. Wait, no, it's not. That's right, but this is not right. Right. This is why I get everything wrong. This is why I get all my calcs wrong. It's okay. Omega 2 crossed RA respect to C is this guy? It's the same thing, except it's negative. Makes sense. And then we add 2 times omega 2 cross RAXYZ dot, which I have to do. 0 omega 2 0, and then RAXYZ is just saying, I like just saying a lot of letters, you know. I just like to add more letters for fun. How do we like that, chat? You know, just like a quick little aside. It's horrendous. It's a lot of stuff. Not okay, I shouldn't say horrendous. He's not actually that horrendous. He's just like, he's a little, you know. He's a little lot. But he's fun to go out with, you know? Like, you wouldn't want to live with him. Okay. Now I gotta add up all these cross products. Bleh. If I get some signs wrong, I feel like I will be happy that I only got some signs wrong. Let's see. This is J times I, which is a negative J crossed I, which is a negative K, but it's negative, so we're gonna get 0. Oh, this is so sad. Now I have to edit this. Okay, well, I was thinking it'd been a couple days with without our good friend showing up. Oh look, my bitrate is fine now. Now that he's shown up. We only get one problem per stream, so it's either bitrate or row, and apparently row decided to sacrifice himself to fix the bitrate. Hello. Oh, how's it going? What's up? You're doing more matrices. Lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of matrices. Lots of cross products. Which are mostly zeros, but I want to check. Let's see. It's minus 2 omega? Okay, I messed up cross product. Hungry at 2 a.m. Oh my gosh, it's 2 a.m. there? Go bed. Or stay for your midnight snack. The damie tube. This one is gonna be 2 omega. Let's see, K cross I is J. That's the 2 omega, but there's a J I'm missing in there. And then that last term is sort of right. Not exactly right. Oh, I did forget a 2 there. I'm on holiday? Ayy, nice. I was on holiday, damn. Well, I mean, I guess it's a weekend, but like, it doesn't feel like the weekend. Okay, so I'm doing some nasty stuff with these cross products. I'm not slaying. Unfortunately. Wait, it's increasing? Maybe it's because all my omega-2s are supposed to be negative. So what are we doing? We are doing dynamics. We are doing moving things. We are currently analyzing this little system right here, which is a disc that's rotating like... It's gonna be rotating this way. Like this, sort of. And within that, the disc itself is also turning. So the slider is turning this way, and the block is moving this way. So all those things are happening at once, and we're trying to find the velocity and acceleration of A. We already found the velocity. Now we're getting the acceleration. But we're doing it in a stupid axis. A stupid axis. I mean, it's not stupid. You can do it either way. It's just this one's a little more... As you can tell, I'm getting it wrong. And it's a larger getting wrong than my other one. Which, you know. How do matrices that are used to find a point in 3D space helpful for motion? Oh, okay, so... the way that we define the points in 3D space is a matrix technically, but it's more of a vector. Because generally matrices that only have one column, so the columns are this way and the rows are this way. Matrices with only one column tend to be called vectors. So if you have like a big matrix like that, then that's a vector. So a lot of the matrices you see here are actually cross products. So one of the things is in dynamics, sometimes we have, like in this problem, we're given, if you'll notice, these are omegas. They are not v's. V's tend to stand for velocities. These are a different type of velocity. These are angular velocities. So this is telling us how fast something is rotating, versus this one is telling us how fast something is moving. So the way that because we want to figure out how fast this is moving in space, we don't want to find out how fast it's rotating about a certain point. So we need to convert these into these, and the way that we can do that is with something called cross product. So when we define rotation by something called the right-hand rule. So let's say I'm trying to define this rotation. What I do is I take my fingers and I rotate my fingers in the way that the thing is rotating, like so. I'm curling my fingers in like that. And because my thumb is pointing up, that's the way that vector points. So if we want to define that rotation, the way we define it is up in this 3D space. And it has a direction of this way and a magnitude of whatever its magnitude is. And so if we're trying to find the velocity, like if we were trying to find, like a point that's up here maybe, right, as it moves the point, we know the point's gonna go kind of like backward into the page, like that. But clearly like backward is not the same, that is like this, right? So there's a mathematical way that we need to be able to figure out how to convert this angular velocity into a regular velocity, and that way is with the cross product. So if we have a point, like let's say this is the point we're trying to find, and there's somewhere about where it's rotating, or let's say that's like up here. It rotates, there's a big circle. Maybe I'll make it smaller. There's a circle here, and there's a point right here. Then if we take these two vectors and we take their cross product, then it actually gives us that velocity in this into the page direction. Now that probably made 0 sense, but that is how we use vectors to find it. We kind of define the vector from the point it's rotating to the point we want to find the velocity of, and then we say, oh, we have an angular velocity that goes this way. If we take the cross product of these two vectors, which is a mathematical thing, it will give us a vector that is perpendicular. If we're crossing these two vectors, it gives us this vector that's perpendicular. And this vector, in our case, would be our velocity that we care about. That's how we use them to find that. And all of this is basically just cross products. All of this is just that, but there are a lot of different... Basically, it's just like a derivative, is where all this stuff comes from. You say like, okay, I will have the velocity, and I define the velocity like this, and then I take the derivative of it, and that's why we have so many terms in our equation, because of chain rule. So, chain rule is basically just saying, like, if you have functions that are affecting each other and you're doing derivatives and stuff like that, then you have to kind of have more terms in an equation because they affect each other at different rates. But I'm kind of not doing this well right now. I'm missing something. I don't wanna... I think I started writing this out, and I think this might not be 0. Didn't get how it works, but I did get why it works, so that answers the question. Thanks. Yeah! Yeah, a lot of it is basically just saying like, okay, well this point is attached to this point, and it's rotating like this, and so then we know how fast it moves, and then this other thing is rotating like this, and it's also moving this thing, so we say how fast that moves, and we kind of just do all that together. That's basically all it is. It's just a complicated way of doing that. So this is the omega, that one. Yeah, I think these are all supposed to be negative. That's why I'm like getting weird jank answers. And then omega 1 crossed with the cross product of omega 1 crossed with RAC. But that's 0. Because omega 1 is going this way, and RAC is going that way, so that should be 0. This one does not need to exist. Unless I'm really silly, but I don't think so, because I did it on the front one and I got that one right, so. They're dancing. And this one is... I mean, I can just do this. Wait, that is J. Oh. Wait, I'm goofy. I'm goofing. So that'll be the 2 omega in the J, but I'm missing a J component. Why am I missing a J component? Where's my J component? Probably because of this. Probably because of this really quick math I did in my brain that's not right, and I got all the signs wrong. I'm just gonna redo this. I'm gonna write it out. Whatever. Whatever. Omega 2 is... Oh, that's not right, sorry. Okay, omega 2 is increasing it, so it's going in the negative y direction as well. There we go. And then, do I have anything with omega 2? Maybe I don't, and that's why everything's going weird. Oh, I do have this. This vector is this one, which is this one. Vector notation is so weird for someone who didn't learn them. Well, a lot of engineers... Okay, basically all it means is if you see something like this, and it's like, let's say it's 1, 2, 3. Like that. So because the numbers are... It's not like 1 divided by 2, then that would be only 2 components, but it's 1, 2, 3, so it's 3 components. All we're saying is that in this direction, how many do we go? We go 1. That's our first direction. And then in this direction, how many do we go? We go 2. And then in this direction, how many do we go? This is 3. So we go over 1 this way, over 2 this way, and then up 3 this way, and this is the point that we go to, and then that's where our vector is. So like for example, if I'm trying to define one of the things that we need for this problem is RA with respect to C, which basically just means a line from C to A. So it's going to point, if we look at this, it points in the Z direction. We don't have to go over any in the X or any in the Y, any in the Y or any in the X. And how far does it go up? It goes 0.2 meters. So we say, okay, we go 0 in the X, we go 0 in the Y, and we go 0.02. And that's what this line means right there. It's definitely weird if you haven't learned them, but I hope it makes a little bit of sense. And the omega 2 is... A lot of this is also me copying stuff from up here. I'm not like actually redefining all of these. Like for example, if I look at omega 2, this is how I wrote omega 2 before, so I'm like writing. Oh, the dot and the arrow on top of letters. Oh, so this just means it's a vector if there's an arrow. The dot means it's a derivative, so that's not actually vector notation, that's an engineering thing. It's basically just saying like, do we have a change or not? This is the rate of change of omega 2, is what that means. Versus regular omega 2 is just like, you know, a number. And then the reason why I'm writing these as bars is because this is something called a determinant, which is like slightly different than a matrix. It's an operation you perform on a matrix to do our cross product. Which is also why I'm writing IJK with these weird little hats. These little hats, this literally just means X, Y, Z, but because engineers are silly, we call it I, J, and K for no reason. Like, you can call it X hat, Y hat, and J and Z hat. We just don't do that because I guess, I don't know, we wanted to be special or something. Actually, don't know why we do that. Oh, like the old notation for it. Yeah. Yeah, it's just like in engineering, it's really important sometimes because we do switch back and forth between, like, these new vector hats. We switch back and forth between magnitudes and vectors. So if if I wrote this without a vector hat, this would just mean the magnitude of this vector, if this is a vector. So I have to be really careful writing all of my vector hats to make sure that everybody knows that they're vectors. Who's reading this? Which is my professor. But, you know, if I'm working for somebody, then they also need to know. And r dot is u. There we go. Now I should be able to do this properly. Whew. Okay. I'm just gonna write them all as one big one, so that, and then plus u. Oh boy, okay, so minus k hat, sorry. Positive is 0, and then minus minus, so that's a positive, but it's gonna have a minus, so it is an overall minus. U2 squared, and that's in the k. And then here we have kind of similar deal. This is positive minus, but this becomes a positive in the k. Why would a derivative of a vector be helpful? Oh, so that's a great question. Fuck, I'm still missing the j. I don't know why I'm doing that. I must be missing something else. Oh, because, no, it's not moving a circle. I don't know why I'm missing it. So the derivative of a vector would be helpful because we're trying to find the velocity and the acceleration. So one of the things that we ask, so if we have a velocity vector and maybe our velocity looks like this, right? When we say something is accelerating, we're talking about how its velocity is changing. And velocity can change in two ways. It can either change in magnitude, so like maybe it gets bigger or maybe it gets smaller, but it can also change in direction, right? Like if we're rotating. And when we're talking about a change in velocity, that's what our acceleration is. So our accelerations have to encapsulate both the change in magnitude and the change in direction of the vector, essentially. So that's why we have a derivative of it, because we are trying to find that acceleration. And we have a bunch of different terms here that express those different bits. So this part is about like the change in well, okay, it's a little more complicated than that. It's not just simply like that part is the change in direction for this. That one is actually both, but some of these, like this one, is the change in direction, because we're saying, okay, how much is this changing? And then the change in that's direction. And this one is like solely based on change in direction. So this one's, this one's magnitude, this one's direction. This one is Coriolis, which is complicated. Is a little bit more weird. But yeah. I don't know why I'm getting the J wrong. I'm missing my J. Sag. Maybe it's because AC has a J component? But I think AC is 0. I said AC is 0 up there. It should be 0 because it's not moving. Okay, I'm gonna try to do it the other way, and we're gonna see what we get. So in this portion of dynamics, we are interested in bodies where stuff is moving. Okay, well that sounds kind of stupid. We're interested in more complicated systems, which can involve bits that are not connected to things, but they are constrained in various ways. Like, for example, this one that we're working on for these two problems is about a slider. Right? It's a slot and it's sliding back and forth. And so when we have those kind of problems, it's really important to set up correct axes, correct geometry for those. And this is illustrating sort of why we might want to choose one or the other. Because this one we're going to be choosing our coordinates to be rotating at both of these omegas, and we're gonna be putting the origin still at C. But it's gonna make it a lot easier. I don't need to. Normally, you'd visually represent the derivative of velocity as a graph. How is it represented as a vector? So it's at a point in time. We're not trying to graph the whole thing right now. We're trying to say, okay, at this moment in time, which way is the velocity going to change? So if we say like, okay, this is the velocity, and then in the next moment the velocity goes here, then our acceleration is this. Like how much we changed in velocity. And what you're asking about is like like over, I'm thinking you're asking like over a period of time, how would you represent that? And that's what we do numerical calculations for, because all of these are just in this exact instant. So for this disk, right, if this slider is here, all of these calculations now don't work for it, because this radius has changed, and we use that radius in the calculations. And this velocity is also changed when this moves. So when you get to the point when you're trying to represent the system and say like, okay, you know, I want to represent this after 5 seconds or something, let's say that, then you have to do numerical calculations for it, because it's only in this exact tiny second that we're doing these calculations for. But it is important because then you can essentially set up these systems where you kind of do like a complicated loop, you know, where you, in a programming language, you set up all these calculations to happen then with, you know, your previous values, and then you can keep, right? So like if we did update like this RC, all these equations still work, but it's just that our RC is different and our U is different. So as long as we update those in our computer programming, then we can change this whole thing, and then it'll update with us. So that's the sometimes I stream that stuff. Like we're working on a problem right now where it's a crank slider. So this goes around, this turns around, and it moves this slider in this direction. And we're working on simulating this kind of system, because then, you know, when it goes like this, and then it goes out, all the calculations are sort of different, and like the accelerations will be different and all that. But it's very cool, it's very neat. So V equals VC plus V, I was gonna say VA with respect to C. I mean, it's not wrong, but it's omega cross RA with respect to C. Omega dot Rx. So this goes away. And then we have, alright, our omega is omega 1 plus omega 2, which means that it's going to be 0. Our omega 2 is negative, and our omega 1 is positive. And then our RA with respect to C, in this case, is still at 0.02 in the Z. I'm realizing maybe that's why I got one of my cross products wrong, because I don't think I wrote it like that. No, I did. Okay. I'm just tripping. And then this is what happens with our motion when we take away our rotating axes. Basically, what is the motion with respect to the axes, which is saying if we're moving with the axes, what motion is happening. And so if we basically stop the rotation of both of these, then A is actually just moving with its little velocity u in the x direction. So this is fairly similar to what we did here, except you can see this is 0, but we have this cross product here that we had to do, and now instead we just have this cross product, which is not going to be 0 here. But you can also see the omega 1 goes away here like it did in this one, which is kind of cool. This is going to be, that's positive, so we'll get negative u minus 0.02. And if we do this all right, and we actually get the numbers right, then we should be getting the same stuff as we did before, because we're just changing our viewpoint. We're really not changing anything else. And if we look at something from a different angle, it's still the same thing. So, although one can be easier to look at than the other, which is sort of the what this problem wants you to get at. Omega dot crossed with R, A with respect to C, plus, whoops, plus omega crossed with R, A with respect to C. Now this is a particle. No, okay, but it's not moving in a circle. I don't know. What I keep thinking is if we had this, which is harder, slightly. Not really that hard. I keep thinking we have this. Well, it's moving in a circle. It's not really moving in a circle. If we were doing this, then we would have another acceleration component, because if we think about the velocity rate as it goes here, if it's not even rotating in any other direction, this velocity then changes, right? It doesn't change, well, it does change in magnitude, but it's changing direction, so then we have to account for that. But it's not, it's just going sideways, so. Omega cross with R. I feel like I should really put a T. Omega total. I should probably not. They're all that, unless I specify something else. Omega crossed with R dot A X Y Z plus R double dot. And the double dot means a second derivative. So this is our acceleration. So like if we have x and then we have x dot and x double dot, this is velocity and this is acceleration. So the reason we do this is because we're just saying that it's r dot, the change in r, essentially. Basically, what's A doing? A's doing its own thing, and we gotta like track that. That's 0. Omega dot is a little more complicated, so I'll leave that out for now in these kind of coordinate systems. It's not too bad. And then omega cross R, then we have the same thing we kind of have up here. And we get, that one's gonna be negative 0.02 omega 2 plus 2. I'm really excited to see where this J pops up again, because I do not know where I was going wrong not getting a J. But this one's so much easier. 0, negative 2. Now, r dot axyz. This we found out last time was just u. And then the nice part about this is our r double dot does not have to be a 5-term acceleration equation. It is literally just u dot. Easy. And the reason why is because this is changing magnitude. But when we stop all the motion of our coordinate system, there's nothing else moving it, so it's just that. Kind of nice. Now we do have to take a slight break to talk about what omega dot is, like we did earlier. But this is going to be omega 1 dot. Kind of. I mean, this is unfortunate. I guess this. Put that. Because we have to say, okay, is omega 1, if we look here, is omega 1 changing magnitude? Yes, it is changing magnitude. Okay, now is omega 1 changing direction? Not really. It's not really changing direction. Omega 2 is actually going to be changing direction, because if we draw omega 2 is going out like this. If the disk turns, omega 2 turns with the disk. So it's getting turned by omega 1. Omega 1 is just going to be like this. We have omega 1 dot. And then plus omega 1 crossed with omega 2. Plus, we have another one, which we do actually have to count for, which is 0, 0, omega 2 dot. Because it's also, you know, because it's fancy, it's also changing magnitude. Like, it's getting bigger. And it's changing direction, because it's sound fun like that, you know? Alright, this is all set up for us to do this now. Say omega 1 dot minus omega 2 dot plus I j a 0 omega 1 0 whoops 0 negative omega 2. My music stopped. Wait, Twitch, please. Well, it's not Twitch. Actually, that's just me. I don't know why I said Twitch. It's like when you say chat when you're a streamer and you are not stream. Why did I put this song in here? Could just take it out right now, but it's kind of funny, so like whatever. That's gonna be positive, negative, positive, negative. So this is omega 1, omega 2. I guess I can just think about it. It's K crossed with negative J. K crossed with J. It's gonna be a double negative, I think. Wait, what the heck? Why did I do that? Yeah, I, which is positive, but it's negative. It's positive. I hope this works. This kind of feels like it's not working. I don't know why. Oh, no, we're crossing this. Don't worry. We're crossing it with the RAC. I was like, I don't have enough 0.2s in here. 0.002. Got no 0.2s to my name. 0.02. There's my little break, and then we'll come back and we'll do AA. Now if it's wrong, I'm just gonna leave it and we're gonna figure it out later. And by later, I mean, don't worry about a chat. I'll buy you the pony. AC was in the Z direction. I don't need to do that. Oh boy. Okay, some extra cross products we have to do. That's not too bad. Well, positive, so that's nice. But the whole thing is times negative. Okay, fine. So it's negative omega 1, omega 2, 0.02. That's in the J. Oh, there's our J component. That was our hidden J component. Wait, but it's not supposed to look like that, is it? Is it? Uh-oh. Is it supposed to look like that? 0.04? I'm missing a 2. That is interesting. I'm also I have this weird thing going on. Oh no, it is supposed to be that. But I'm missing a 2 somewhere. Boy, I've been wrong one. There we go. I don't know. Apparently we've got a 2 on the loose. Yeah, it's not supposed to be in there. Oh, wait a second. No. I don't know. They'll say, oh, it'll come from something else. Maybe it will. Oh, maybe it comes from here. Wait a second. Wait, it kind of does come from there. No, that's K. Never mind. I don't know. I got nothing, chat. Was this the one I was doing? No, I was doing this one. These. Okay. Minus, or I guess plus minus. So minus 0.02 omega 2 squared. That's a U. Oh, that's so hard to see. The cross products are less nice with this one, but I don't really mind as much. Let's see, so 2U omega 1. We're getting dangerously close to the ooh. Minus plus. I don't know if that's right. I think that's wrong. But, you know, we'll soldier onward. Oh, those go away. I don't like that. Oh, wait, that's not good. That's not good, chat. Wait, uh-oh. We definitely did something wrong. Our dots went away. Wait, no, come back. Why did they go away? Wait, why did they go away? Oh no. Oh no. They're not supposed to go away. Oh, jeez. They're supposed to be up at the top and the bottom. Uh-oh, geometry. I'm gonna be right back. And, oh wait, I don't even know if I have a be right back. Okay, I'm gonna go to starting soon. I'll be right back. Here, I'm ready. I've prepared myself. You ever think about how it's like, it's really weird how computers can like record our voices? I was just thinking about that. So we were learning about like amplifiers in circuits, and I feel like it's crazy that you can just record stuff, and it's like magnets or whatever, and you switch the like, who came up with that? That's crazy. Somebody win a big prize for that? I feel like they should have. Whoever invented storing things on on polarities of magnets is wild. That's like, I don't even know how that's, I don't know. Anyway. Okay. So there's a lot wrong with this apparently. I don't really know how. Cause like, what's how? Omega 2 dot. Oh wait, this is the first one. Whoops. Maybe it's because Omega 2 dot is wrong for this. Maybe Omega 2 dot is supposed to also be the motion of Omega 2 rotated by Omega 1. That would be this one, which is Omega 1, Omega 2. What if I put this here? That would give me a negative J. Negative J. I think that's right. But I need more. I don't have any more. I don't know what to tell. I don't know what to say. Why is it only... I was like, why is it only 1? Because it's Omega 1 crossed with Omega 2 is K, cross negative J, positive I. This is basic math, brother. Yeah, it is also like 20 cross products, so, I mean, it is a skill issue. I mean, I don't know what else to say. But that's kind of like, that's like, welcome to my stream. Hi, I'm Damie, I do math. It's loosely math. If they made an engineering category, I would stream in the engineering category. I'm sorry. Which doesn't... I tried to stream in physics. Doesn't really exist. There's no physics category either. It is basic math, but it's just a lot of it. Hey, but basic math is math. If somebody was streaming algebra in the math section, I would be like, hell yeah. I mean, I'm gonna watch that. I don't know where my other Omega 1, Omega 2 is supposed to be, though. I don't see it's supposed to be negative 0.4. It's so close. It's so close. There's one tiny little bit that is eluding me. The Omega 1 cross Omega 2 doesn't get a... Whatever. These numbers don't like me right now. Let's see. Oh god. Oh god. Oh no. Oh. Okay, well, you know... If I need to fix my geometry, then... This will certainly force me to fix my geometry. It is kind of a geometry issue, though, I think. Mostly. Okay. Vertical arm rotates with the velocity of Omega 1, which is increasing at the rate of Omega 2. Constant velocity. That's nice. Slider Q. It's also nice because that's a particle and... Oh, well, I mean, it's moving in a... It's not moving in a circle around. If it was curved, then it would be moving in a circle. So that's fine. We don't really have to worry about that. What are we doing? We're doing Omega 1. Let's actually set up what the Omega 1s are. Let's try that method of actually setting it up. It's positive Y. And it's increasing at a rate of Omega 1 dot, which is that. And then we get Omega 2, which is at an angle, so that's fun. Oh, it's not at an angle. Okay, negative X. Vectors, thank you. And Omega 2 dot equals 0. Slider Q moves upward at a rate of U. Whoa. Oh, it's all theta. Okay, you know, I can get with that. That answer is pretty long, but that's okay. Oh, we're only trying... Whoa, interesting. D theta? What? Okay. Oh, maybe... Oh, it's a comma. They put the comma in the wrong place. I was like, what is... Oh, d theta. Okay, I could differentiate it. I'm reading too far ahead. Slider Q moves upward along the rate. So this is R dot. Q, X, Y, Z. Alright. That would be... u cosine theta. Negative u sine theta. Increasing at a rate of u double dot. Now, I'm just gonna say tan. Largely. That's my disclaimer there. Because we can still have rotation. It just depends on our axis, right? So, but that's important. Those do exist. This moment it's in find the following based off of answer the following based off of that. Use the extra paper. Okay. Use a rotating frame at D. Frame rotates with the arm, so only omega 1. Okay. Okay. Oh, do not find. Oh, just find. Oh, okay. This isn't. Okay, omega dot for omega equals omega 1. So omega dot is going to be omega 1 dot equals 0 omega 1 0. That's not right. We're cooked. Wait, what? What? Wait, omega. Wait. I thought it said omega. What? Omega dot? Is that not just. Wait, I need to find. Wait, what? Oh, it got cut off. Oh, that's omega 1. Okay, that's fine. Yeah. Yeah, never mind, it's not cut off. I don't even know what I'm looking at. That's literally right. Okay, that's fine. I was like, how is this in here? Why are there sines and cosines? Alright. Now r dot equals. Alright, if we take away this motion, it's gonna be omega 2 crossed with. I'll just say omega crossed with r, a with q, with respect to d. Omega 2 plus. It's like r dot q. It's kind of. I don't like this notation for it because when you go into the subframes, you don't have other notation. You can't really do anything about it, you know? Anyway, 200, and then RQ is for D. Well, 1.2. Oh, not there. It's the same thing as this cosine, I think. And then we just do J and K. My pen is dead. Size. Or my pressure is dead. It's fine. So negative. Ooh. So that's a positive. And then that would be also a positive. Let's see. Oh, plus U. Oh, B. What is B? B sine theta? Oh, I see. They just define that as B. Okay. One of theirs cancels out. I don't know why. Maybe my Omega 2's borked? No, it's in the X direction. And then that's in the Y and Z. Yeah, it shouldn't be getting rid of that. Not really sure why it's doing that. Oh, that's just, never mind, original. I didn't see. I only saw the first part of it. I was like, oh, there's only 2 terms there. This is why vectors are nicer to write. I'm too blind. U sine theta. There we go. I think that's right. Oh, it's negative though. Oh, it is negatives because of the... It's in a negative place. There we go, yeah. U cos U sine. Oh, that should be positive. Head tilt, question mark? Wait, why is that positive? I feel like that shouldn't be positive. That one actually feels wrong, because it's definitely going not positive Z. I'm gonna leave it positive, because I think it's supposed to be positive. Or negative. That one I don't see how I could possibly get that one wrong. Okay, now my worst nightmare. Well, that's not accurate at all, but now the part that I keep getting wrong, R double dot. But this is nice because I get to figure out why I'm getting it wrong. Alright, so it's gonna be A at... I guess it's not really A at the origin. But our origin is also fixed, so it's kind of whatever. Maybe it is the origin. It is. I guess it is just relative in a different frame, so it would be. I'll be complete. A at D plus Omega 2 dot. Yikes, Omega 2 dot like that. Crossed with R, D with A with respect to D. Just to be a menace, I start writing D with respect to A but putting a negative in front of it every time. I just wrote a negative because I said that. Don't do that. Although it would be funny, if somebody did that and I was grading for them, I'd be like, why are you clearly know what's going on. You're just... I'd be happy. I'd be happy for them. R dot XYZ plus R double dot XYZ, whatever. I keep wanting to write Q, but I just kind of gave up on that. Alright. Nice and simple, taking it slow. This was... I did write it down. Oh, it's 0. Oh. That's nice. Omega 2 is negative Omega 2. And then Omega cross R, that's the negative Omega 2. B sine theta, negative Omega 2, B cos theta. Man, maybe it writes so bad, this is so sad. It's okay, Wi-Fi be Wi-Fiing. Maybe this gives me an opportunity to excuse why I stream so early. Seems like my bitrate in the evening just doesn't like it. Let's see. Or not, okay, that's fine. Let me skip the Pikmin music, it's too quiet. I need to find a better Pikmin soundtrack that is mixed better. Okay, so that's... I guess I could... Yeah, it's fine. Omega 2. The r.xyz we just got. Uh-oh. That's long. Wait, maybe this is why I wasn't getting my 2s, because I didn't use r.xyz that was complete. That could have been it. Wow, that is... whew. There we go. Okay. These out real quick. ASMR cross products. Oh man. Oh, there's so many negatives. Okay. I'm so strong. It's a negative. I don't have to worry about the negatives. I'm just gonna do it as pretending it's positive. So this will be negative. And this one will be positive. This one will be... oh, it's like the same thing. Huh, interesting. Oh, I didn't square these. Those are squared. These are... I feel like it might just be easier to do this. That's nasty. Wow. U sine theta. The last problem I don't think I can do, by the way, because I think it's a thing that I did not watch my lecture on, that I should. I don't really need to write this out again. The vectors are all just added. I'll move the 2 in here, though. Please don't make 0 in the eye. That would be great. It is. Okay, so I think we're right then. Let's see, -2, that, and 2 that. Wait, -2? Uh-oh. Wait, negative squared. No, wait. Yeah, negative squared. I don't know why I said -2. Negative squared b cosine theta plus 2b. Hey, that looks right. That looks right to me. Except it's not. I think that omega 2 is times everything. I don't think it's only times that. I think it's this. Maybe I'm wrong, but that seems like more right, because otherwise there would be squareds in there. Right? Wait, no, sorry. Wait. Oh, wait. Did they combine it? Oh, they combined it. I see. I see. I got you. I got you. But how's that not 3 then? Oh, wait. Oh, I don't want to think about that right now. I think it's close to right. Okay, well, chat, I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of eepy. I'm kind of the eeper. I'm kind of the vengeful eepy. And I also do need to do some ad stuff for someone. So I think I'm going to end a little early. These numbers are not particularly being nice to me. I mean, they're not being nice to me though. They're being normal. But I'm gonna come back and we're gonna do a lot of dynamics on Tuesday anyway, so midterm on Wednesday, and we'll go over all this and we'll be able to do the last one. Any transformation stuff, so. Yeah, I'm gonna call it early, sorry y'all. I was like, I'm gonna go for 3 hours. No, I literally was doing stuff all day, so I don't know why I thought I could do that. Alright, well, I'll see you guys on Tuesday. Thanks for hanging out. Sorry my bit rate's so bad. Yeah. I'll see you guys then. Bye.